Hello, I'm Natalie Lindo and welcome to a Business Line special brought to you from the Arabian Travel Market 2022. This year, the event is focusing on the Middle East as a financial hub for future worldwide tourism investment. During the four-day event, industry experts will explore regional investment opportunities, discover new modes of financing and network with peers from around the world. The 29th edition of the Middle East's largest travel and tourism exhibition brought together global decision makers in the sector, seeking out new growth horizons for the industry. ATM 2022 is 85% larger than last year, featuring 1,500 exhibitors, representatives from 158 destinations and 20,000 attendees.
We've basically been working really hard to gather the momentum over the last 12 months and focus on the future trajectory, the future growth, and really that's the common theme across ATM over the next 4 days.
The event is also a showcase for countries hoping to appeal to new tourist markets.
We have perfect weather, we have amazing experiences that can be done throughout the year, and not only in summer, but throughout the year and throughout the country. We have very different things that we can do, from beaches to ski resorts. We can say that Spain is a country. It's a world in a country.
One of this year's themes is financial investments. Dubai-based MR Hospitality announced 5 new hotel openings across the UAE, with further expansion overseas coming soon.
Our expansion program is based on the fact that we feel comfortable about, our investments moving forward. Only looking at Q1 this year, Dubai overall March closed at 92%. So this is, really record-breaking occupancies that are showcasing what the abilities are. And with the FIFA World Cup coming at the end of the year and the supply in Dubai close by, I think there's really opportunities ahead.
The International Air Transport Association, IATA, expects overall traveller numbers to reach 4 billion in 2024, which has been a boost for exhibitors.
You can see by the new products on the show floor, the airports, airlines, and that are present here at Arabian Travel Market. So I can see it's on an upward trajectory for sure.
The hope is that those connections made here will help map out the next growth strategy for the travel and tourism industry. Meanwhile, Jay Lindeberg, the Scandinavian fashion-forward sports company, has opened a flagship store at Dubai Mall. We talked to the CEO, Hans Christian Meyer, a fashion industry expert who spent over 10 years at Ralph Lauren and served as CEO of Tiger of Sweden before joining the company. He explains why footfall and visitor numbers made Dubai the first choice for their new flagship store.
Why here? Why now?
Well, we are past the pandemic, at least from a Scandinavian perspective, and we believe it's the right time now to keep investing in the brand. We're seeing that Dubai Mall, which pre-pandemic had 90 million visitors, and we're seeing that it's bouncing back, that 98% of those tourists are coming into the Dubai Mall. So this is not just a Dubai or Middle East global flagship, it's a global flagship for us.
So your sales were incredible, 86 million euros in 2021. How are you going to top that moving forwards? Bear in mind, that figure is not even including your Chinese market.
Yeah. It's about creating brand desirability, and our focus has really been about evolving, knowing the brand DNA, being a lifestyle brand coming out of sports, and where we took fashion into the sports. And then we took the sporting elements into our fashion.
As a company, you tend to adopt a relaunch strategy every so often with the brand. Why does that work for you guys?
We're selling a dream, we're selling, emotions when people are interacting with the J. Lindeberg brand. And that's everything from design, quality, sustainability. It's how we are showing up in our marketing campaigns, the way we are communicating the brand. And again, from a customer perspective, how are we interacting with the customers?
You've been in the industry over 25 years, and I think you spent just over 11 years at Ralph Lauren before you moved. What has been your biggest lesson to staying at the top of your game within the retail industry?
One key factor is to have the customer in center of everything, and then the brand. And then it's really down to the team. How do we orchestrate the team? How are we setting up? What's a culture? Eat strategy for breakfast. And it's about, getting the right mindset into a company. So I'm asking a lot of questions and thereby involving the team and making them, feel seen and accountable for what they're doing, and empowering them and saying, I'm the CEO, I'm leading the company, but I don't have all the answers.
Hans Christian Meyer, CEO of J. Lindeberg, thank you so much for joining us.
Elsewhere, Silicon Valley entrepreneurs believe they've found the future of aviation. One startup specializes in making standard aircraft capable of flying safely without pilots, hoping to make air travel cheaper and more efficient. Meanwhile, others are working on electric-powered aircraft that take off and land vertically like helicopters to solve the problem of urban gridlock in cities around the world.
As urban traffic increases, entrepreneurs are looking to a future in which commuters use air taxis to bypass busy roads. Companies such as Archer, Joby and Whisk are working on electric-powered aircraft that take off and land vertically like helicopters, then propel forward like planes. Silicon Valley startup X-Wing specializes in making standard aircraft capable of flying safely without pilots, with an aim of turning commuting by air into a cheaper and more efficient way to travel.
We're building the future of aviation, or we like to think we are. We're right now converting aircraft into pilotless aircraft so they can be flown unmanned and integrated in the airspace seamlessly.
Potential problems include establishing infrastructure and a mindset change in passengers, especially in regards to safety.
It's very interesting that it's a robot, and unlike a human that does something differently every single time, I know after I've observed so many times it will do exactly the same thing, and I'm there to confirm that it's acting the same manner it has before.
Miami and Los Angeles are already exploring the potential of aerial ride-sharing, with hopes of operations running from 2024. One thing that could influence users is cost.
You can dramatically reduce the price per mile to fly, and you can also switch business models. You can move away from flying buses, which is what the commercial aviation market is today, into, down the road, flying taxis. By being able to remove the pilot from the vehicle, you can shrink those vehicles and still keep a very low cost per seat mile.
United Airlines has pre-ordered 200 Archer aircraft with a plan to use them for last-mile transportation from the airports they serve.
That's all we have time for in this edition of Business Line. But be sure to tune in again next time for a roundup of the biggest business and investment stories from around the globe. I'll see you then.